And welcome back to CTV News. Well, with discussions aplenty about what to do with the city's long-term plan, the seaside suburb of New Brighton will be waiting to see if any real investment is likely to happen. Marcus Gibbs found out what the locals think.
On New Brighton, what to do with you? The seaside suburb desperately needs investment, there's no doubt about it.
It's terrible at the moment, the way it's all just going downhill so quickly, and it's just such a shame.
Noreen Yates has lived in New Brighton for around 30 years. She says she's part of the furniture around here, but while she's stuck around, many of the shops lining the main street haven't.
There's vacant lots there where there was once a shop, a dairy or something like that. And if you go down into South Brighton, we used to have a fish and chip shop, a doctor's, a pharmacy and all that. It's gone. The dairy and that's gone.
She says it's hard for the elderly. They have to go further for the services they need.
And there's a lot of elderly people who can't travel. The bus service has been interrupted. And, you know, nobody cares.
New Brighton's certainly not the suburb Noreen remembers. Back when New Brighton invented Saturday shopping, the suburb thrived.
In fact, we used to curse the people that came to Brighton because you had standing queues where you wouldn't normally, and you know, you think go home and let's get back where we were.
As it turns out, Noreen's hasn't been the only voice in recent weeks calling for further investment in the suburb. During a Mayor in the Chair session last month, the suburb's Business and Landowners Association chair called on the councillors to put their money where their mouths are and to commit to investing in New Brighton. City Councillor Glenn Livingston has also launched a petition to replace the Pages Road Bridge, and the popular pier has also come under scrutiny with news it's underinsured. 18 years ago it was built for $4 million, but fully replacing it would cost nearly $18 million. Repairing it alone wouldn't be cheap, setting the council back at up to $8 million. So with all these $1 million budgets being bandied about, CTV News hit the streets to ask the locals whether they thought investment was needed and where it should go.
We need a bit more life in here.
Build a theme park down by the library or something.
Canterbury, they need something for the kids, especially for my nephews. Abu.
Bring the children back, more of a festival sort of thing going, you know, on a Friday night.
On shops that Brighton needs and doesn't have.
Like what?
Clothing. I mean, there's a lot of second-hand stores, but we need brand new men's, women's, children's clothing, babies' clothes. Anything that Brighton hasn't got, I'd love to see.
Noreen has her fingers crossed the investors will one day move in.
We're hoping people will invest in it and no more shops close down. We're lucky to have a furniture shop and a butcher.
But will this much-wanted investment ever happen? Time will tell. Marcus Gibbs, CTV News.